Pillars of Eternity continues. Welcome back, everyone.
Stop right there.
Okay.
You're in the wrong city, Inquisitor. Did you think you wouldn't be recognized here in your old home? I've seen your trials with my own eyes.
I've seen you light pyres with good people tied to them. People I'd known many a year. He seizes you by the throat, and your airway tightens. Whether real or imagined, you cannot tell. They deserved your confession. He raises the point of his sword, holding it a hair's breadth from your eye.
Suros, what are you doing?
Startled, the soldier releases you immediately and turns to face the speaker, a woman in a plain wool tunic, fully a head shorter than he, but somehow seeming to tower over him. You've seen this woman's face before, but from afar, bloodied and burned as she lay stretched across an iron wheel. At the moment, it's marked only with concern.
An assassin sent by the Inquisition, my lady, daring to approach our camp.
If he is so poor an assassin as to approach an armed guard in daylight, I should have nothing to fear. I would hear what this man has to say. She stares him down until he can no longer face her. He turns away, sour-faced, watching you through sidelong glances, his knuckles white around the pommel of his sword.
Do I know you?
Well, we can lie in 3 different ways, or we can tell the truth. Probably should be lying. But she probably will know better. Fuck it. I've come to help you in any way I can. A helpful Inquisitor, a charming notion. If only all of you were so helpful. She looks harder at you. I do remember you. It was years ago when I was a missionary before all this. Hard to imagine those days now, isn't it? What I wouldn't give. Few of my followers actually are from these parts, and only the soldiers were mostly conscripted from the countryside. It's a welcome thought to have someone around who knew Creatum in better days.
I would like for you to stay here in our camp as my guest.
My lady Ivara, I beg of you. This is an Inquisitor. This is a desperate attempt on your life. The only way it can succeed is if you allow it to.
This is a missionary, same as I was. Taught the wrong things as I was. If I can't have faith in one man's ability to reason, once he knows the truth, what hope do we have? We have many former missionaries here. They are our most loyal, our most helpful. Many have died for us. These are not people we should be turning away. And if the Inquisition wants my life, they can have it. But they know as well as I do that my cause will not die with me. Come, we have much to talk about.
No, we don't. Alright, little vision of Iovara. We're going to be working on Into the White Void for Rimergrand. We need to head into the Noonfrost, which will be located in Old Song. one's evil, eh? Thought she was gonna talk to me. Guess not.
Lava. Take you!
These are my softener spells. We were gonna kill all these guys anyways. So, works for me.
I bring your end. So much for you. That's it. So much for you.
Yeah, I thought they were going to talk to us, but maybe I did something evil that negated that from even being a possibility.
Of course.
That's very possible. Glashval's Grimoire. Oh, I doubt this is going to have any spells, but we got to check. The pages of this tome glisten under a thick layer of frost. So yeah, Priestess Veskil. She dead. Alright, anyways, we're here to seal the deal. Seal the Frosttomb breach.
Arthur. Worthen Roth.
Lava.
Murder like this. Just like Mama taught me.
The water of this well is frozen solid, trapping small fish from the lake underneath the temple.
Yes.
Refracted light dapples the icy mirror behind this statue. Well, we're gonna get a bunch of shit to sell. And become even more rich. Each line and wrinkle of this warrior's weather-beaten frown has been chiseled from the ice.
Got it done.
Ooh, a blue crystal key.
If you say so.
Death. Death, take you. Death, take you.
I am Death, and I am here to take you. You are correct. Water drips from the edges of the alcove.
You gotta see this.
You found a fine stiletto, good job. These bronze manacles gleam with frost. And so do these. Potion of deleterious alacrity of motion. Let's see, still gotta explore this side. Thick patches of fur cling to the tent leather. Despite the chill, the Bedrow feels warm inside.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
Frost smudged with the handprints covers these books. A pedestal of black ice rises from the floor. Long, finger-like ice crystals as hard and clear as diamonds surround and pierce the altar. A hole has been gouged out of the middle of the altar. Though it can't be more than a few inches deep, it sucks at the air around you. The shard fits perfectly. As it settles into place, the cold air around the altar dissipates. Similarly, the portal before you seems to thicken and a mysterious seepage tapers off. Alright, that was pretty easy.
Killing that pox-jowled priest, Court. Ain't that what you was thinking?
What? No! That's too far, even for me. Gotta wait till it gets darker, or he's just gonna see it coming.
The wrath tires of mortals evading the natural cycle of death and rebirth. He showed me two individuals in particular, dwarven men and elven women who have extended their lives for centuries. A servant of death. Alright, we gotta track down an elf and a dwarf.
Many blessings, traveler.
Yo, take my shit. Yep, you're about to have a lot more junk than that. God. Holy shit, just get rid of all of it. $420,162 copper pieces. That doesn't convert into a whole lot of gold. Alright. Well, yeah, I guess it does, but still. The Stag Helm. I don't think we need the footpad hoods. We're good without those. Probably good without that cheapy ass belt too. I'm definitely keeping my club ring though. What are those boots I threw in there? Get rid of them. We got enough magic shit to store in the castle here. I'm happy with our little hoarding. Alright, let's track us down an elf. Start here at Elm's Reach.
As you wish.
An elf with placid green eyes nods in greeting. Welcome to the Golden Grove, Chabler.
Estramore?
Do you seek the wisdom of our herbalists or simply to bask in Rereth's glory? Who leads your order? High Ovate Irona leads us. She sometimes journeys to Elmshore to renew her strength. However, she's there now with some of her closest followers, in fact. Irona is a mighty elm among us. She's lived for generations. There are none who understand the world as well as she, and we are fortunate to have her wisdom to answer our questions. I'd like to know more about this bitch. Her eyes brighten. Why, you must meet her for yourself. She is wise and kind, and she's led our order from the beginning. Yet she walks among us and gives freely of herself. She turns her gaze to a great twisting elm. That is what so many of us cherish about her. She is present among us in a way that the gods never are. What do you believe? We believe that knowledge is found in the earnest exploration of the natural world. She tilts her head. We do not, as some have said, oppose the gods. We simply believe that we have found a brighter, more peaceful path in the devotion. Tell me about Golden Grovey. We are the Ovates, druids, philosophers, and students of nature. We gather here to share our knowledge and celebration. She gestures to another elven woman standing near the entrance to the grove. Many travelers come to us for poultices and remedies. Bleedha understands the cures and poisons. Cures and poisons of nature like no other. Alright, gotta track this bitch down, bye! Let's see. Elm Shores, he said, right? Got our Hydra pillars and arch. Perfect. Resolve 15. That's the exact number we need to do what we want to do. Go ahead and do a little semi-quick save here in case I fuck up. An elf stands on a dais in the middle of a clearing. The ground is blanketed with leaves in various shades of russet and gold. Her eyes are closed and her arms folded in front of her. A curtain of autumnal yellow hair hangs in front of her face. As you draw near, she lifts her chin and looks at you with shifting hazel eyes. Autumnal is a strange word to say, because I want to say autumnal. Autumnal. God damn it, English.
Greetings, Estremor. You are among the Ovates of the Golden Grove.
Right to send me to end your life. It's continued for too long.
At least he chose someone who wouldn't wrap her intentions in trickery and lies. But what is a god that his voice should carry so far? And what are you that you should so eagerly obey? The gods only have dominion over what we seed, and you would cede matters of life and death to them.
The gods set the rules and let us do as we will, but that is merely a test, and only a fool thinks he has been ceded anything. You do what your god wants, or you face the fire. This woman is about to become an example. Are you any different? You've extended your life beyond its natural span. Through work and wisdom, the greater the tree, the more fruit it may yield. She nods at the Ovates gathered in the clearing. They are vines climbing an ancient elm into the sunlight. My growth sustains them. Should our harmony fall prey to a guide's jealousy? Your growth stunts theirs. They learn nothing apart from you. If this is what you demand of the other Ovates, you're no different than the Ethic Null, or the gods. A storm of protest brews behind her color-shifting eyes. She says nothing for several seconds, but you see the fury slowly drain from her face as her eyes fade to the brown of dead leaves. Finally, Arona lowers her head. Your words carry truth and shame. It was never my desire to diminish my followers, but I can see where perhaps my roots left no room for them to grow. Very well. If my season has ended, then let me pass with it. As she closes her eyes, the warmth and color drain from her body. Her breathing slows, her ashen skin stiffened with dull patina. When the last sigh leaves her lungs, cracks carve their way across her flesh, dividing it into hardened ridges. Within seconds, Arona has petrified, her bark-encrusted face turned toward the Ovates below the dais. She turned into a really cool statue. I wanted to use Lug-Lug's resolve there to have her take her own life. I could have killed her and made it more evil, but hey, she makes a really good statue. Now, let's find this dwarven dickhole. Back to Elm's Reach. We need to get into the Blood Sands. This could be a problem. This guy's got some possible backup here. Barath believes it's time you paid your dues. And he can descend from the mighty pantheon and tell me myself. Actually, that's why I'm here.
Since when do the gods send mortals to collect? You're much too talkative to be the usher. This is the trouble with deities. They meddle in a world that they don't even inhabit. I hope they promised you something better for your next life.
They did. That fucking... Don't cast fire, cast ice ball. That's all she wrote. Purgatory, the one-handed saber. In a monastery overlooking Coldflow Lake from the foothills of the White March, there once resided a clandestine order of monks known as the Thousand Dreams. Through a powerful form of pain-induced meditation, these monks were able to walk through their past lives as though they were dreams. Each traversed these memories in ultimate hopes of achieving complete understanding of his or her soul's identity. They believed that after experiencing 1,000 lifetimes, total enlightenment could be attained. Greatest of their sect was Rigolan, who had an ancient soul and was said to have walked more lifetimes than any other. But when she came to the end of all her lifetimes and found there was no more to experience, it became clear that she would never come to know herself completely. For there was simply not enough to learn from. Unable to accept the fate of her endless trials, Rigolan sought a way to take the experiences of others for her own, that she might reach 1,000 lifetimes. Yet she channeled her unquenchable hunger into her favorite sword, and it became an instrument of her will. With it she claimed many lives in the surrounding area. Each drop of blood on her blade was a new experience, each killing blow a new lifetime for her to claim. When the rest of the Thousand Dreams came to learn of her actions, they banded together and confronted Rigolan upon her return to the temple. In the end, amid a courtyard of slain monks, she did indeed come to understand her soul, and it is said that among the many experiences contained in the blade are all those of Rigolan herself. The blade itself is a simple saber with a worn leather grip and the inset ebony hilt. The sword becomes hot to the touch when the wielder's foes are vanquished. Pretty nice little blade.
Yes.
I'm not sure what I want to use for my in-game items. I need to pull up a list of all the good shit. Streaks of red-brown blood and globs of tissue have worked themselves into the minute grooves of the stone.
Lover, be a...
As you wish.
Lavaru beyond.
Got everybody pissed off.
No murdering like this.
Lavaru.
Bring them!
Beyond seek.
Just like my.
Lavaru, bring them down!
That's it.
Move! Here's a lesson to...
Well, there's a lot of slaughter going on here at the end of this game.
Lavaru.
Just like Mama Talk.
I think we can return to the gods and finish up our praying. Alright, let's talk to Barath here.
A toll, traveler.
Yeah, we spoke before. He gives you a lipless smile and leads you to the Skull's Maw and down a long flight of stairs. The Pallid Knight follows close behind. It seems as if you're in a gigantic cavern. The ceiling curves up and away, and it's dotted with moisture. At this distance, the shining beads look like stars clustered and scattered in constellations. Two identical cave mouths wait up ahead, and you follow the usher to one of them. Standing at the edge and gazing down, you see an endless, ever-changing plain bisected by the road. Only then do you realize that you're no longer on the road. As you follow the road to the point where it disappears below you, you realize that you're standing in one of the eye sockets of a massive fucking skull. The usher points to the road. Archduke Reshton appears below you. He's just as you remembered him, stern and smooth skinned, yet with each step along the road he grows, swelling with blood and essence. His heavy steps become slower and slower until he stops altogether. His distended body fills the path completely.
You met a dwarf traveling this road. What did you do?
He lived many centuries. I brought him death. The Pallid Knight's flesh is taut against her skull. She nods once, barely dipping her chin.
And every death begins in a new life.
As Reshton's swollen body ruptures, the effect is like a dam bursting. Ghostly figures, as hazy as indistinct as wisps of smoke, continue along a cleared path. Some tumble and rush along, while others amble and drift, but all continue forward. The usher directs your attention to another figure. This time you see Hayo Vedorona. As she follows the road, her movements become slow and erratic. Her legs creak with each step, and her feet grow long, thick roots that burrow into the ground. She finally stops.
You found
rooted in
a
place.
tree that had lived for centuries. Its roots were deep, and its boughs sheltered many. Why did you cut it down?
I enjoy cutting things down.
Yet even your cruelty great though it is, has served a purpose. The splinters you leave in your wake fertilize new life. Your drive to destroy is another tool in the cycles of death and rebirth.
Arona's body petrifies below, and the shimmering leaves of her hair blow down the path. You seek another who has lived his lives on the brink of the cycle. He sits on the inside of the wheel, observing its revolutions. With each life, he is plucked from the stream and returned intact. Why do you hunt Theos?
Revenge! My soul's torment is his doing. I will make him pay!
Great is your cruelty, Watcher. But what purpose does it serve? Theos is but the instrument of your torment. His cycle has been guided by another for millennia.
Theos serves Boudica. She desires an escape from her own cycle, power without decline. Theos has removed thousands of souls from the cycle, so as their essence might empower her. You must stop him, and you must return them to the cycle.
Why does Boudica even need Theos' help? And why do you need mine, for that matter?
The gods guide souls through the cycle of death and rebirth, but Aurora is the domain of mortals. We stand aside, weights and counterweights. Were one to alter the tides of Kith, all will follow. We would tip this world from its axis. That is why Boudica directs a mortal to do her bidding, and why any who would stop Theos must be mortal as well.
I don't see what this has to do with me.
Theos built a dam to divert water from a stream. The flow of thousands of souls will shape the world you live in, Watcher. It will also shape the world your soul returns to in the next lives.
What end would it serve to send the souls back into the cycle?
Attending to these souls is a question of stability, Watcher, of maintaining the natural order of the world and the ebb and flow of essence.
What's wrong with Boudica seizing this power?
The cycle of Kith is a thing of balance. Likewise, it is the cycle of gods. We rise and fall in favor of mortals, only to fall and rise again, but Boudica seeks the power to place herself outside this cycle. She would root herself and grow to the detriment of others. The usher silently gestures to the road, where a broken tree and a husk of flesh are still visible.
Couldn't they be returned to the Hollowborn?
As battered, burdening things, do you mix soured wine with the fresh? The kindness of you seeks lies in the giving them a new beginning, not in shackling them to this life.
Cycles are changeless and monotonous. Surely there's a better alternative.
The illusion of revolution. It is merely part of another cycle, and a painful one. True change is structure. Geometry. It is a product, cycles within cycles. 1,000 gears spinning and moving the universe by degrees.
If Theos is meddled with these souls, perhaps it would be better to destroy them.
The cycle is merciless, but it's not wasteful. Time and the endless procession of rebirths eventually grind souls into dust. But until then, they must pass from the world and return to it. Their continuing movement advances the cycle itself.
Okay, whatever you say. I must go to the Sun Shadow now.
No mortal can survive the descent into the pit. But there are souls on the Burial Isle that are pledged to me. I will grant them to you, and they shall bear you down safely, as well as light the way beyond.
A multitude appears at the other end of the road, raising their voices and kicking up dust as they make their way towards you. Return them to the Cycle, Watcher. Promise that you will, and I shall give you power befitting of a champion of death. The Pallid Knight raises his fingers. Accept my favor, however, and I will demand this decision as your due. I collect from the mortals in time.
I promise to return them to the Cycle.
So be it, Watcher. Do not forget your promise. The usher reaches out and places a bony hand on your forehead. His touch overwhelms you, and you feel yourself expand. Blinded, you reach out only to find another grasping hand of the same size, the shape, as yours reaching back. When at last you open your eyes again, you're standing in Tir Everon. Alright, pray to Rimagrand.
By the wheel, it's Skaen.
The Aurochs stops and stands before you, enveloping you with the violent blizzard that surrounds it. Though its mouth does not move, the beast speaks in a deep, thunderous voice.
A clan of Glamfelin, ventured from the White Vat Wens to find the crack in the ice. When you sealed it, you damned their souls to a slow weathering here, one they had sought to escape.
Their recklessness endangered the rest of the old song.
For each there is a season watcher. Winter's shroud covers all things in its time. The heat and energy of life dissipates, and untethered essence fades into chaos. But entropy is a chisel of ice and a hammer of wind. It is not for mortals to wield these tools.
The world shudders beneath you and a great crack echoes across the wide expanse. The ice splits at your feet, waves lapping through the rift. A low melancholy voice rises from the depths.
I did not expect we would meet again so soon. You destroyed the army that threatened your life.
You set me up to die, bitch! When I get done here, I'm gonna settle the score. You can count on it!
I gave you the means to solve your problem. Be grateful I allowed you to survive the ordeal. You would not be here if you did not require our aid. What is it you seek?
Theos! Ex Arcanon! The man responsible for my current plight!
Yet there is a greater plot at work here, Watcher. Theos acts not for himself. He is the Burned Queen's quiet slave, a master of secrets and schemes.
Theos is a winter gale, unseen by the world even while he carves and shapes it. Woodica directs him, sending him to wipe her enemies from Eora.
And Animancy as well. He would see those secrets lost, the knowledge forgotten.
And he would see his mistress grow fat on the essence of thousands. For her, he has harvested the unborn souls of the Deerwood.
It's impossible to tell whether Skane's ragged expression is a smile or a snarl.
What now? Theos has removed these souls from the cycle. They are ice melting in the sun. Let them fade.
Let them forget this world and be forgotten by it.
Take the souls she so desires and grind them into dust. Let her see her careful schemes thoroughly ruined.
The last one sounded a little nastier than the other two. For several seconds, the waves wash quietly against the ice, and the Aurochs stand silently amidst the churning flurries.
It is the destiny of all things to crumble and join the chaos that follows this world. Some seek it willingly, as you have seen.
To mingle, roiled and stirred by the tides of the universe. It is not an unkind fate.
I'll seek Theos in the sun and shadow, and kick him in the balls!
When you reach the Burial Isle, we will send lost souls to guide you through the pit. This is our gift to you. What you do after you face Theos will be your choice, but we would have you set the stolen essence adrift.
And whether you would heed us or no, understand that our end comes to all things eventually. Help us achieve it, and we shall reward you now with a power to rival Theos's.
But do not choose lightly. We forget nothing, least of all a betrayal.
I will most certainly 100% definitely give the souls over to Entropy. I swear and promise. The great Aurochs advance towards you, engulfing you in the wind and snow. As its shadow falls over you, so does a terrible pain. Your body freezes and shatters, expanding into millions and billions of fragments. As it does, $1 billion. As it does, the pain recedes, and it is placed, and in its place, in power and awareness of all things. In an instant, the shards congeal once more, and you find yourself in Tir Evron again. Alright, and we're going to take the last Boony Boon Boon, which would be Galloway, and we're just going to skip through this. What was it? Wrong words.
What is it?
You have slain 2 mighty hunters. Blood.
We've already gone through this, so I'm just going to skip it.
Track.
You have...
And if you... Souls were ripped from the... Angry.
Woodica would crush the Deerwood
And when you
simply
just-
out of vengeance for the rebellion
Hunt
against
its
Adir, her favorite.
Betray us
She would
as
stamp
the
out
bargain.
animazers,
We will
godslayers
get
from the
Galloway's
Saints'
boon
War,
as our last
and anyone
boon.
else she viewed as heretical or dangerous.
And now we can descend. We have also got the achievement to appease all of the gods. I don't know why the icon is missing, but that doesn't surprise me with this buggy fucking game. Well, my shitty Spectrum internet just went down, so that's not making things any fucking easier. Now I gotta research shit on my phone. Fuck you, Spectrum. You fucking suck donkey dick, you motherfuckers.
As you wish.
I will kick every one of your employees in the fucking nuts. It's all their fault. Let's head to Malgrek Den. Sounds like a cool place to visit. Oh shit, this is the Bog Dragons. Fuck that noise. I need to get my party shit together before we do that. That's gonna be a bonus video. I'm not even fucking with these dragons before I beat the game. Fuck these side quests too. Let's get it going. I'm ready to close this chapter.
Hail, Estramor. This does look like Theos' kind of place.
Do you remember when we were children, and the
This bitch
missionaries
again.
came to tell us about the gods? They told us we could see them in the stars. I remember when I heard that, I snuck out at night and climbed the watchtower in the old fort because I wanted to see them better. That fort burned down a few years ago when we cast the missionaries out. It was the missionaries who set fire to it. They didn't want us to be able to use it. Shame. There was history in that fort.
That fort had outlived its use. It was a false sense of security. It was that, for me as much as anyone. Seeing it burn, it made me think. This is your home as much as it is mine. Do you worry about it? It's been through worse. I try to remind myself of that. It's nice to have the reinforcement. I miscalculated Okay,
many
bitch, you read
things
then.
since this began. I'm relieved you weren't one of them. It's a good thing we didn't hang you. I always knew this path would have consequences, but I never wanted to see Kratom suffer on my behalf. I don't think I can stay here any longer. I am told the Inquisition is gathering an army, that they have sent messengers to bargain with rulers from distant lands. Kratom is not built to withstand a siege. If war is coming, I should be doing what Theos is doing. I will need allies. Allies in a stronghold that can resist an invading army.
Have you thought about Alsonos?
Alcionis.
I got close.
They have held off many would-be invaders, and their king has no love of the Inquisition's faith. I wonder, would he listen?
Need a fucking dictionary and a pronunciation list for every goddamn sentence in this fucking game. That's right, absorb them souls, baby. Who the hell do you think you are? Oh, you're so funny with your little... Catch me outside, how about dad shit? Fucking twat shade. Oh, you dumb bitch.
Thing isn't doing its job. Lava will be on seek.
I wasn't made to bend this way.
That's what she said.
What is it?
As you wish.
I'm gonna find a Spectrum building and light it on fucking fire. No, don't be stupid. Call my light and load intro. Lighten the load, baby. Fucking couple fireballs, instant fireballs, followed up by a couple of Shub-Niggurath's fucking cold flame ball.
Hi?
Whoever it is. Ninnagoth, not Shub-Niggurath. That's the Elder God, sorry. Are you offended by Shub-Niggurath? Too fucking bad. Wrong channel, bitch. +3 might. Probably no one can fucking use that.
As you wish.
make sure we're searching here. Lots of blue shit. Stealing from dead bodies is my fucking game. Gonna be wrapping up the video here, folks, and getting on with the in-game content. However, I have a couple other surprises in the YouTube world for you in the interim. I mean, why rush Pillars of Eternity now? Been playing this for a fucking year. I am stealing every dead body's shit. Slowest quick save ever. Lug will literally swallow your soul. They should cast him in the new Evil Dead movie. Oh shit, bitches. Who are those hookers? It's like the ghost of Christmas past. Mushroom!
Of course.
Those are all bodies on crucifixes. Pray the shade away. How about a little fire and ice?
Not even.
Aztec birth and drop.
I do love that you're not relying on magic and spell points in this. You just have your set of spells per combat or per rest, and it's up to you to be smart about using it. Alright, here we are. What the fuck, man? The towering stone creature is cold and slimy with fungal growth. Its horns look sharp enough to saw through lumber. You venture to a doorway into a dim passage. The air is still musty. We're going to decide on that later. In the next episode, thanks for watching.